Hello my lovely, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you an update on how I have been doing with my project pen. And this is the project pen for Team Project Pen and the Sam Squad pen that is in the Facebook group from Samantha March. And the Team Project pen is started by Kat and Haley from Beauty News. I will have everything listed down below. So if you want to check them out, you totally can. And I'm just going to let you know how I've been doing. I have a few things that I'm going to take out of the project. Some things I'm going to put back in, but I'm also starting somewhat of a new movement, a new course, so to say, for my channel. I want to get a little bit more use out of my collection the coming few months. So I am thinking of doing series for a year in my palettes, like the series I have for my eyeshadow palettes. I want to do something similar for practically everything in my collection. So I am not going to be focusing too much on these products for my project pen. I'm not going to because the thing is, I have so much in my collection, and focusing so much on those little few things that are in my project pen, I think it's a bit of a waste. So there will be videos coming up on lip products, foundations, concealers, powders, single shadows, the works, like everything I have in my collection. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to start off with primer. I have two. I'm going to start off with this Rimmel Fix and Perfect primer. I was at 38.7 grams last time and I am at 34.4 grams right now. And I'm also trying to finish this Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur primer. And I was at 7.2 grams last month and I am at 6.2 grams right now. Which means I'm almost there, because 4.3 grams was the last mini, the weight of the last mini I finished. So I'm almost there, and I can tell because there's this very big like air bubble in the middle of the packaging. So I'm going really good. Alright, then I'm going over to foundation. I have been working on this, the Healthy Foundation by Physicians Formula. I'm still debating if I should take this out, because I kind of like the foundation, but it smells like paint. And I have a feeling that's not good. I have a feeling that foundation shouldn't smell like paint. And in essence, it is sort of paint, but yeah, I don't think it should smell like that. So I'm still a little bit confused if I'm going to keep this, especially because this foundation I can get in Holland, even in this shade. This is the LN3 shade. I don't want to really take this out because I'm also using this one. This is the Woma Say What foundation. This one is too dark for me when I lose a bit of my tan, and it's way too yellow any day of the week. This one is a bit too light, so together they're quite perfect. So I don't want to take this out because it's a perfect mixing agent for this one. And I just want to reach for these when I'm not really focusing on my project when it comes to my foundations. But I also don't want to replace this one, because if I'm starting a project for my foundations, I don't want just another foundation where I'm focusing on, if you know what I mean, if you understand my meaning. So this one, I was at 171.8 last month and I'm at 169.1 grams right now. So I'm going a little bit more slow because of this one, because this one I was at 135.7 last month when I started it, and I'm at 134.2 grams right now. And I just use half a pump of this one. So I won't be going through these very fast, but that is not, it is totally what is a project pen. Like the whole goal of a project pen is using your stuff up, but for me project penning is also just getting to know or using my collection a little bit more. But for me now, as I said, it's not going to be like a very big goal to really use them up, so it's fine that it's not going that fast. It's just, yeah, it's also nice to go fast because it is a project pen. Yeah, actually, no, but I'm being really vague. Alright, let's go on to concealer. I have pulled a new concealer in because I am going to get rid of my Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Cream and Concealer. I don't like this. One, it's a bit too light, it's a bit too thick. This smells like, I almost get like a high feeling when I smell this, because the scent of this is so chemical. I don't like it. So I'm going to take it out. I barely use it. I was at 31.9 grams last month, and I stopped in July. So no, I quit this product at the beginning of August, and I was at 31.8 grams back then. Then I pulled out my Maybelline Instant Eraser Concealer in Fair. Everybody knows this. And normally I would just, you know, draw little lines on the side, but I forgot to do that. It was full by the time I started this, like practically full, and I'm halfway now, so I'm doing really well. But I have been weighing it, so maybe I should mark it now, but I don't have anything to mark it with. Oh no, it's way over there. Let's just not. I've weighed it as well, and it was 24.9 grams when I started it, and I am at 24.3 grams right now, and I am going to finish this up because I'm already doing really well. The last time I was trying to panned one of these, I took off this little sponge thingy, but I must say I prefer the sponge thing, even though it's really gross. I prefer it for application. So then for powder, again I am back. I am back with my RCMA powder, and what I do now, I just fill up this little container because I finished the Hourglass Mini Veil setting powder last time. I finished it, I think, when did I start this? No, I can say, oh yeah, I finished this midway July, and I started this one again in the midway of July. But because this is such an annoying container to get all the product out, I just put it in here. Because I learned when I was finishing the Hourglass one that I can take out this little like plastic topper that works as a mesh. Ugh, it's so white, I can show you. But now I just put in the RCMA powder, and it works beautifully. So I'm just plodding along because my original goal was to finish this powder halfway. And this is also going to take a very, very big hit when I'm going to start concentrating on my project where I want to use everything. I am thinking of doing a full phase of new products and change them up like every week. I don't know how I'm going to tell you about it because every week is a lot. So I might put a video together with all the stuff I used and maybe weekly a short just to tell you how that week went. I have to figure that out. I think that would be fun, right? Like have a short for an update for the week, and then at the end of the month just update you on all the products that I used that week. Let me know down below how you would like to see that. But this is going to take a really big hit in its progress when I'm starting that, but I think it is a really nice powder, so I really want to get some good use out of it. I can't really weigh it right now because it's in here and I didn't weigh it when it was in here, so I filled it up fully, I think, and I'm already halfway through, so I'm using this so much more quickly. So much more quickly, is that how you say it? I don't know. So when I'm done with this little container, then I'm going to weigh this container so we will know how much I've used in an X amount of time. I think it's not exciting necessarily, but it is a little bit. I'm actually really excited on trying all my powders because I have a few and I don't really go through them really fast. So that's the thing. I'm going to my face palette. As you may know, I've started in January to I have a very big goal on finishing this bronzer, this blush, and hit pan on either of these highlights. Now, I don't think I'm going to hit pan on either of these highlights because I use them both, like I put my brush in both, and it's a highlighter. It's going to take forever, and as you can see, I'm not even near a pan in this blush or in this bronzer, but you can see that if you look at these two that I hardly ever use, the pattern on this is almost intact, and on these it's almost worn off. So I'm doing really well because I use it every day, but I think it's going to take a very long time before I'm going to hit any sort of pan on either of these. It's fine. I will decide at the end of the year what I want to do, but I think it's nice to actually get some use out of this little palette because it is a nice palette. It is really a nice palette. I was at 285.4 grams last month and I'm at 285.2 grams right now. That is basically the amount I use every month. So I'm not going really fast, it's goings. Then I'm going over to my bronzer contour product. I'm not having any like separate bronzer in my project pan. I am having a sort of a contour for me because this is a Laguna NARS. No, this is NARS Laguna. And this, as you can see, a really big pan, and this is quite a neutral, cool leaning bronzer on me. So I love to use this like way up high here as sort of a contour and lifting shape to it. I try to not drag the bronzer too low or too far to the middle of my face because I want to really focus on the blush, and then I use the Too Faced one on my forehead and as a little bit of a bronzing around the neck area. I'm doing really well with this, and I think I might even buy a full size because I really like it. It's a perfect tone, even for a bronzer. It's a perfect tone for my skin tone. So yeah, I think I will buy it when it's done. And as you can see, I'm going really fast now because a lot of these, like the edges, they're really fragile and there's a lot of like little clumps breaking off. So it's going really fast, and I'm really glad. I'm really happy. I think it's just going to break fully, and then I'm going to just toss it and then it's done. I was at 16.3 grams last month and I'm at 15.7 grams right now. So I'm going places. It's going really well. For a little like powder product, I'm doing really well. Then I'm going over to my eye primer. I am using this eye primer. It's by Sigma. It's in the shade Persuade. It is like a stick form and it looks really... Oh, this is it! I wanted to go and go and go because normally this is like almost obscene coming out of this little container because it goes on and on and on. But this is all. This is all that's left. Yeah, just put a like my own skin tone colored thing to your hand and then you can see what's happening now. But as you can see, it's really small. I'm so excited about that. I think I'm going to finish this in a few months. I'm so excited. I started this when this was like fully full. And the reason why I am panning this is because it's a bit too pink for me. It's too heavy in the pinks. So it's a nice primer though. It's a nice product, but it's too pink. I was at 14.1 grams last month and I'm at 13.8 grams right now, and I'm excited. I can't believe I'm already that far. Then I have a few eyeshadow singles now. I tried to use another Super Shock shadow by Colourpop. This is in the shade Frog. This is like a more pinky toned little number. Yeah. Oh, it's so stunning, isn't it? It's so beautiful. Oh, but I have to use my finger because you told me in the comments when I was doing Ladybird, I just couldn't get that Super Shock to work. And then some of you guys said, yeah, but you shouldn't use a brush, babe. You should just use your fingers. I don't really love to use my fingers, but I don't mind it. It's just, it's going to take me a very long time to even hit any sort of pan on here. I must say that I think this one is a little bit easier to work with than the Ladybird one, because the Ladybird one was even more like flaky and had like, yeah, basically flaky. And this one, it has a little bit more of substance to it, so I like this one a little bit better, but it's still not something I reach for a lot, I have to admit. And now I'm like shiny on the hands. It's still 19.5 grams. Nothing happened, basically. Nothing happened. Then I have the Lethal Cosmetics Frequency shade. It's like a matte white single shadow, and I have two of these because I was stupid and I ordered another one. Don't ask me why. I did. I was at 3.8 grams last month. I'm still at 3.8 grams, but I must say I've been using it a lot. I have been using it to highlight a little bit under my brow. I'm using it to highlight my inner corner. I sometimes use it just because I like to have very light contrast in the inner part of my eyelid. So I usually, if I do like a full matte look, I love to combine this with something that is not popping enough or is not giving me enough contrast. Sometimes I layer the white over that color or I put it under it so it's, you know, have more of an impact. I really love using it like that. So I'm having fun and I'm using it. So I think there will be some progress, well, in like 6 years, but you know, something's happening, and I'm also trying to pen this Inglot 330 shade. This is basically a bone color shade, so I use this to set my eyeshadow primer. I was at 6.5 grams last month and I'm at 6.3 grams right now. I must say I haven't been using a lot of makeup, so my progress isn't great, but there's something better in some areas than others. But yeah, that's it. Let me see. Then I still have my liquid liner. It still weighs the same. It's still working the same. It's the Benefit roller liner. It's nice. I'm still doing the same. I'm not going to... There's not a story there, you know. Okay, then... I'm going over to brow color, and I'm finally making some real progress on this one, because I am trying to use... Let me get these little hairs and fluffs off. I'm trying to pen this Max Factor Shape, and what's it called? I always forget. Fill and Shape in the shade Soft Brown 02. It's a nice product. Teensy bit too warm for my brows, but you know, going into fall, I'm going to use warmer colors as I'm doing today. I'm going to use warmer colors on my face anyway, so it's fine. It gives my brows a little bit of warmth, and you know, normally in summer I don't really like that, or if I'm trying to wear something really cool toned, then I don't like that. But you know, going into fall and wearing more of these like warmer colors on my eyes anyway, love it. This is a really beautiful product from the brand. I was at 1.3 grams, no, centimeters, sorry. I was at 1.3 centimeters last month and I'm at 1 centimeter right now. It's the biggest progress I've made since January, February. So I must say, I'm really proud of myself. I think it's going really well. Then I have my NYX Chocolate Mascara. This is a brow mascara in the shade Chocolate. I don't know if this still exists. I see it some places online, but not necessarily a lot in stores. So I think it's just been replaced by the Ticket Sticket thing. I don't know. I was at 13.5 grams last month and I'm at 13.2 grams right now. So I'm making progress. I'm doing good. I'm making progress. And I'm not making progress for the sake of progress. I'm just making progress. And if you know from what movie that was, then you and I speak the same language. Okay. Then I'm going into lipsticks. No, I'm going into lip liners. And I finally hit my goal on this little liner. This is in the shade Oh Snap. It's a, what are these called? Lippy pencil, that's the thing. Lippy pencil by Colourpop. It's just a, well, almost purpley, pink, mauve type of a color. It's just easy to have in your collection, and I must say I really love this. I love this shade also to just use it with a little bit of the Millie gloss that I have right here. Very easy combo, it wears nicely, it's very creamy. We know the pencil, but I hit my goal because I wanted to use a centimeter, and I did. I think I even used 1.2 centimeters because I started at 11.7 and I am at 10.5 centimeters right now, which is 1.2 centimeters. Then I thought, what am I gonna do? I am not necessarily a very avid lip product user necessarily. I like lip products. I have a lot of lip products, but I don't have an extreme collection by any means, especially for being on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, I thought, you know what, I'm going to just use something that I always like scroll away because it's more expensive, and that is my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk liner. I just want to use this a lot and get a like real feel for this product. I'm going to use 1 centimeter again, and right now it is 11.1 centimeters, so I will stop when I hit like 10 centimeters, then I will be done. I am really excited to use this, so it's always fun to put something new in. And I don't know about you, but I have some drugstore stuff, but most of my collection is high-end, and I have some drugstore. So normally when I'm trying to figure out what I want to use for my project pen, I always reach for the like cheaper stuff, and I never reach for the like more high-end stuff, even though that is the stuff I really love to use. So yeah, so I'm trying to do that a little bit more right now, not to just get rid of stuff, but actually use it. Then I also am going to swap out my Back Talk by Urban Decay. This is a beautiful little lipstick. It's, well, very classic, very OG YouTube. And it's nice, it's fun. I must say, I have been wearing this a lot more than the Ariel one, because that has like more of a orange and more of a like, yeah, more of an orange undertone to it. It's nice, but it's a certain look, you know. It's always going for that more peachy, orangey instead of the mauves and the pinks. And I know the mauves and the pinks are not that popular, but I don't have a lot of that because of that. So I'm going to take this one out. I ended up at 2 centimeters. I wanted to use 1 centimeter. I didn't get to that. I used a half a centimeter. So that's a bummer. But I'm going to also swatch the Pillow Talk so you can see the combo now. I recently found this Bare Minerals thin. What's it called? It's the Bare Pro, and it's a lipstick. It's in the shade Cinnamon, and I think I bought this when we were in England a few years ago. And it's really nice. It's like really that Your Lips Were Better. So I used to have this combo always, and now I have this combo. It's more mauvey, but it doesn't have like really that orangey undertone, that like terracotta earthy undertone. I really sometimes just like to wear something pink or purpley or mauve, true mauve, instead of having that like warmness to it. I am at 2.1. I think it is. Did I roll it up? Yeah, it is in centimeters, 2.1 centimeters. And I said I want to use a centimeter of this. It's way smaller than the Back Talk one. So I hope I will reach that goal. Then, let me see. I have a skincare product. That is my cream by Douglas. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. This is the 48-hour hydrating gel cream. It's really nice. It's in their Skin Focus line, in the Aqua Perfect line, I think. And as you can see, I'm doing really well. It's just not in my little top drawer anymore, because I try to use this a little bit more on my body as well, especially with like as an after sun type of thing, because it's so hydrating. I love using it for that, so that is what I've been using it for. I was at 219.1 grams last month, and I'm at 210.9 grams right now. So I'm not making the biggest progress, but I'm almost done, so it's fine. But something I am finally making more progress on is my glow oil. I have it like in my bathroom right now, and I use this when I shave my legs. I use this to like moisture them, you know, instead of them feeling really dry. I use this as like a after treatment after shaving. As you can see, here is this, above that ritual is the last mark, and I'm already here. So I have made so much progress. I was at 106.7 grams last time I weighed it, and I am at 101.7 grams right now. So I'm really excited about that. And then I am also going to go back into lippy thingies, because I am changing up my lip gloss. I have been trying to get good use out of this lip gloss by Ofra. It's in the shade Millie, and it is the one that is in collab with Samantha March. I like it. It's just really, really, really glittery, and that is something I don't reach for a lot. And it shows, because I was at I started this at 28.4 grams, and I am at 28.1 grams. So basically I reached my goal, because I said I wanted to use it for 3 months, but I hardly used it. So I am kind of keeping it, because I think it's fun. I like Samantha, and I like to keep the collab. And it's something quite unique to my collection, because I never buy very glittery stuff for the lips anyway. So I'm going to keep it for that. It's handy to have, but I'm not going to reach for it a lot, I would say. Now, and instead, like saying what I said before about getting more of my high-end stuff in, I am going to work on this Lisa Eldridge lip gloss. It's in the shade Beauty, so it's really a lot pinker than the other two products. Where are you? I think you are here. So I'm going to swatch you here. It's this one. So it's way more pinky, and I think it's fun to have like in these last few months of like summery goodness to use this, because I think I also think it's a nice combination with the Pillow Talk liner. We will see, but I think so. It is a 34.1 grams right now. And then the last thing is my lip balm. I'm going to take out, I'm wearing it today. This is the Just Tint by Colourpop in the shade City of Stars. I'm going to take this out. I have had a lot of fun with it. I think I'm just going to reach for it on its own anyway. And I think, I said I wanted to use it until the points wore down. I didn't. I ended up using 0.1 grams of it. That's kind of weird, but that's what happened. But I am going to get my MAC Prep and Prime lip primer out, and I'm going to try and use this one up because I never use it. It's just sitting there. I think it's a waste, so I'm going to use this up. And I'm at 11 I started in June and I was at 11.1 grams right then, and now I started in July and I'm at 11 grams right now. So I'm not going really fast, but I'm going. Okay, that is it. That is it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I would love to see you in my next one. Bye!